talk about a stock that Wall Street has truly fallen in love with. I'm referring to Talend, T-L-N-D, the software company that helps integrate data and applications in real time across both traditional systems and the cloud, not to mention big data environments. The idea here is that Talend's platform helps make it easier for its clients to make use of all the great advances we've made in analytics in recent years. Now, after coming public last summer, Talend spiked from $18 IPO price up to the mid-30s in first few weeks as a public company. But after that, the stock started getting pounded, pulling back to as low as 21 and change by early December. Since then, though, buyers have started flocking to this one aggressively, and Talend's giving you a gain of nearly 50% from those December lows. And listen, these gains were totally gettable, as we've had Talend on the show multiple times, including way back in June 2015, before it even came public, one of our off-the-tapes segments that people really loved. It certainly doesn't hurt that the company reported a strong quarter in February. But if you understand how hot this stock has been, just consider that Talend did a $75 million secondary a month ago at $28.50, and the stock has since rallied another 8%. What we've been seeing normally is when these public companies start doing secondaries, their stocks get killed. That's not this case. So let's go straight to the source with Mike Tuchen, the CEO of Talend, get a better sense of how the company's doing, where it's headed. Mr. Tuchen, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you, Jim. Thanks for having me.
All right, Mike, since we've seen you, I'm going to just quote from a piece of J.P. Morgan research I absolutely love. Steady cloud and big data growth for the 8th consecutive quarter. Talend saw revenue for its cloud and big data products grow faster than 100%. How's that possible?
Well, right now, the entire industry is moving to cloud and big data. So that part of our business is just exploding. Those two product lines are just like a freight train right now. And it's true for us, but it's really true industry-wide.
Well, one of the things that I thought, since we first saw you, obviously you had a goal of becoming cash flow positive. So it's not just you don't just have growth, but you hit that goal. So it's not like you're sitting there bleeding to get the growth like so many other growth companies that we see on the show.
That's right. We call that the balanced plan model, where we drive for premium growth. We've been accelerating our growth for 8 quarters based on that 100% growth in big data and cloud. But at the same time, we're cash positive, and we're starting to ramp in towards profitability. And that's the balance that we're looking for.
All right, when I saw you the first time, I said, well, I don't know. I mean, come on. They're up against IBM, Oracle, SAP, SAS, Informatica. We've had them on the show, Microsoft. And I didn't think it was really possible for you to get some big companies. But then you've gotten GE, and now you've gotten Citi, Lenovo. These are giant companies. What are you offering that these other companies that we all know don't offer?
Well, what's happening is all those big companies just mentioned, not our customers, but the competitors that you mentioned, they've painted themselves in a corner, both technically and from a business model perspective. And so as the world is changing and moving to the cloud and moving to big data, moving to self-service in real time, if customers want to take advantage of these new trends, they need a company like us. And for those kind of scenarios, we're killing them.
Okay, so I happen to be my Chapel Trust owns position in Citi. I know Mike Corbat. I think he's a very smart guy. He is looking for Talend to do what in terms of organizing the data and seeing trends? What does he use you for?
What every big company, every big bank right now is trying to do is to cut costs out of their infrastructure. Right. So for them, what they're doing is doing all of their data integration using big data and Hadoop instead of their old ETL programs. And by using Hadoop, big data, and Talend together, that's a dramatic cost reduction in a core part of their data infrastructure.
Same thing for, I know you got a big 2 pharmaceutical companies. Now, they're looking to see patterns of who uses the drugs, or are they looking to see how they get approvals? What does a pharmaceutical company need Talend for?
All of those things, all of those things. And so in a pharmaceutical company, you've got an enormous amount of data that they need to process. They need to process their own internal data. They need to process the data coming back from the trials that they're running, and they need to do drug discovery. So these are all big data problems. These are problems that they're now moving to using Hadoop and Spark for.
Now, would you say that you also offer, because you are a smaller, leaner company, a better deal? It's not just you offer better information analytics, but you're less expensive than the other guys.
Of course, of course. But if it were just that, then the competitors would just go and cut their price and be able to compete on a deal-for-deal basis. But it's the combination of simply being better technically at these new scenarios, as well as, of course, being a better deal. That's why we're growing at 100% there, and that's why our customers are coming to us.
You know, there's a question at the JMP Securities Conference. Yeah, your very candid moment. You talked about something that you were asked, what's the most misunderstood part of the story? And you talked about this notion of billies, no billies. Do you sometimes miss when you were private and you didn't have to define and give out information that, frankly, is very hard to try to figure out what people want? Because, you know, one guy said he likes your billies, one guy says he doesn't. I mean, when you were private, you didn't have to do any of this.
I tell you, Jim, back to back, literally I was sitting in a conference, the first guy comes up to him and said, great job, you guys killed it on billings. I said, really? We did? And then the next guy comes in and says, what happened on billings? Looks like you came in a little late. I was like, really? We did? These were two back-to-back people talking about the same quarter. I mean, what do you even say to that?
Well, all I can say is you've delivered, and you just delivered big on your promises, even from when you were a private company and said what you could do. You're a man of your word. Mike Tuchen, CEO of Talend. Great work, sir. Great to see you.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, guys, if you want small, nimble companies that are swimming with the sharks and beating the sharks, Mike Tuchen, CEO of Talend, he's doing it. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.